Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Common Good Podcast. Doug Pagitt here, survivor of Snowmageddon. There was a big promise of a blizzard of a lifetime here in Minneapolis this weekend.
Was it? Was it a blizzard of a lifetime?
No. I mean, it was a snowstorm. You know, I don't know, 12 inches of snow, something, and really high winds.
Yeah.
But man, we were revving up here. I mean, the weather people had us ready to move, and everything got prematurely canceled. Like movie theaters closed. Yesterday felt like Christmas Day. Like everything's closed. It's snowy. Wow. I have my pajamas on. Churches, of course. I did a sermon for a church and had to do it from home on Zoom. Wow. Which, man, have you ever had to preach like in a webinar format? Yeah. You see four people and you're trying not to be a podcast. You're trying to give whatever sermon energy exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
Well, here we were in the 70s.
Gorgeous.
And today it is 18 degrees.
What degrees?
We're supposed 18. And we're supposed to hit 87 on Friday. So we are just in a crazy weather roller coaster here in Arkansas.
Yeah, we had a bit of that. The weather got really warm, so the tulips, my neighbor's tulips, started coming up. She was out there, she's like, "Oh, look at the tulips. This is on Saturday." I'm like, "Man, those tulips are going to get crushed by 12 inches of snow." And she goes, "Oh, they're tough." Did you know that tulips are tough? Or a tough flower?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole theological system based off of them. So,
which is not tough. It's just crazy. Yeah, no, that's not theologically
Vanessa's
tough.
very nervous about whether or not our garden will survive. Many plants and flowers and whatnot trees had budded out, and nervous the wisteria isn't going to make it.
Yeah, well, they can get tricked. And then they freeze. So anyway, but now it's a big blue sunny day, a little bit cold, so much snow. Everything is blindingly white outside. It feels that like you're driving in your car and you're getting a bit of an eye headache because it's just so bright. Airline flights are postponed and canceled and everything.
Yeah, my son Calvin was here for the weekend, and his flight he's headed to Columbus, Ohio, and it has been canceled multiple times and changed multiple times. Crazy.
Yeah. Which honestly, to complain about airlines is one of my favorite pastimes. I do it regularly, especially my chosen airline of 25 or 30 years, Delta Airlines, previously Northwest Airlines. Probably the best airline in America. But I can still find fault with them on every flight, for which I will be on one tomorrow. So I will critique them regularly.
Where are you headed tomorrow?
Down to Marco Island, Florida, down to the southern office. Yeah, our grandson is 6 years old, and he has a spring break this week. His mom had to travel to Florida. I'm going to go work down there I'm going to be down there for almost 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And like 3 days with him, like, his mom takes him on Thursday. Don't tell him, but they're going to Disney World, and he doesn't know it. Shh. We should keep secrets from kids.
That's right.
That never goes bad. And then I'm going to be I'll be in South Florida, and our time with Good Force One down there is going to come to a close at some point. It's going to have to.
That's right.
It's going to have to turn north and come up here and put its superhero outfit on and get wrapped and get out on the highways and the byways of this great, formerly great nation.
So once again, we can flip Congress to stop Donald Trump and his harmful agenda.
It's shocking to me to know that 6 years ago was the COVID shutdown happening right now. Yeah. Like we were in, this was it. This was 6 years. Yeah. 8 years ago, we were on the road first time for Vote Common Good. That feels like 8 years.
I tell a story.
Like a long time, man.
Yeah,
that we've suffered under Donald Trump's painful, abusive nonsense for a decade, really, because he was wreaking havoc long before. Yeah. We got out on the road. More than a decade, he's been damaging the soul of America.
When I start my stump speech for my campaign, I tell two kind of bookend stories. One is, about our first time out on the road in 2018 to flip Congress, being out on a bus, and came home for a weekend, and then was meeting up with the bus again on Monday, and headed to the airport. And Vanessa took Whimsy to preschool that day. She was 4 years old at the time, and said, "Oh, if Whimsy's not, she's kind of out of sorts today. Your dad is heading out on a trip." And her teacher asked her, "Oh, Whimsy, where is your dad going?" And Whimsy said, "He's going to fight Donald Trump." And then, a few months ago, I was headed to the airport to be with you to do some vote common good planning, because once again we have to flip Congress to stop Donald Trump, and because time is a flat circle apparently. And was headed to the airport, and I said to Whimsy, who's now 11, I said, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, I'm going to miss your last soccer game.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't missed a game all season, so bummed about this." And she said, "Dad, defeating Donald Trump is more important than my soccer game."
Man, she has drank the common good Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I say in my stump speech, I say there's something great about this and there's something terrible about this. The great thing is that Whimsy gets it. And the terrible thing is that Donald Trump has been a part of her entire life.
Yes. A poor little 4-year-old girl that's now 12 doesn't have a period of time where a man who's accused of the assault that he's accused of, the crimes that he's convicted of, and his inability to uphold the honor of the office.
Yeah. Well, this is what we're dealing with.
What else would we have to do? Hey, I watched a bunch of reporters that I watch, especially people that are on that are on CNN. I've now found their way over to Instagram because I'm not watching any cable news hardly at all anymore. I can't. I used to watch that stuff so much, and after 2024, I'm just like I can't.
Yeah. And my lovely wife just brought me lunch, so I'm gonna.
Are you gonna eat
a sandwich? I'm gonna eat a sandwich while you tell this story.
Are you gonna eat a sandwich while on the podcast? All right, I'll change the view to make it easier for you. Okay,
there we go.
Get you into a nice big bite. Robb Ryerse doesn't have time. Oh my gosh, he's just literally biting into a sandwich. Well, John Carl is a CNN or an ABC reporter, and he's also over there on the Instagrams. And he did a little walking Instagram post where he called Donald Trump because he, like so many other reporters, have Trump's personal phone number. So he just was texting him and said, "I got some questions," and then called him, and Trump answers. And you can watch John Carl recount this story yourself. He says, "Trump tells me I'm sitting here with Marco Rubio. He's telling me that I could go down as the greatest president of them all for what we did in Iran."
Oh, my heart.
John Carl then said, and then he asked me, "Do you think I'm a great man?" Like begging for affirmation. This is the president of the United States sitting with the Secretary of State while the United States is involved in a war, taking phone calls from a reporter and chit-chatting for 20 minutes and asking him, "What do you think of me?"
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Rob, you can take all the policy, which we'll talk about, and everything else, but we do not have anybody functioning in the position that all the other presidents, save one, Donald Trump, filled. He's just an old man chit-chatting with reporters on a Thursday afternoon for 20 minutes. There are stories told that the chief of staff for a president can't squeeze in 6-minute meeting for the CIA director. And he's just sitting there in the Oval Office on his cell phone, chatting it up with Marco, talking to John Carl, who then he goes on to say, write about John Carl, terrible reporter, nobody listens to him, fake news, but spends 20 minutes asking him, do you think I'm a good man? Do you think I'm going to be one of the greatest? What do you think of what we're doing in Iran? Isn't this spectacular? It's just, it is truly, it was the most disturbing thing that I saw this last week. And John Carl's point was, and there's reporting that many, many reporters have his phone number.
Yes,
So
this was
a news call.
This was a news report this week that many reporters have his phone number, and they trade the phone numbers of people. Like, hey, I'll give you Netanyahu and somebody else if you'll give me the Trump number, and then he answers the phone.
Yes,
Doug, I've got that. I had to turn it off because I spent the morning. This morning, I took a friend to have a minor exploratory medical procedure because he's now 51 years old, and that is one of those things you need to do. And so I had to. I knew the place where he was having the procedure would call me and tell me that it was over, so I could go pick him up and take him home. So I turned off the function on my phone that an unknown number doesn't ring.
Huh.
Donald Trump apparently just anybody can call him.
Answer the phone.
Deeply disturbing. This is the president of the United States.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
This is not, the excellent show Death by Lightning, which was a really fantastic show. And it had, it talked about how President Garfield would meet with regular Americans. There was a window of time, and people would, line up and get in the queue and want to talk to him. But it was a window of time where he would set aside. Apparently, Donald Trump is just like, hey, you can interrupt. He is sitting in the Situation Room,
taking calls.
Yeah, I saw a Twitter thread this morning of a reporter recounting her conversation with Donald Trump. This is not.
No.
This is not journalism. And B, this is not the way the president of the United States should function. And I don't know which is the more disturbing story from the weekend. Is it that seemingly everybody has Donald Trump's phone number and uses it, or the shoes story? We've heard the shoe story. Do you know the shoe story?
Well, no, but I did see a clip that was something about a shoe and a pulled up pant leg, and then I was thinking about which box does he keep those slacks in?
No.
And
this is the thing.
I didn't watch
Donald Trump apparently there's a pair of Florsheim.
Oh, Florsheim. Oh, yeah, I saw something about Florsheim. Okay.
Shoes that he wears. They're like $145 pair of shoes. He
reasonable.
wears them. He likes them. He has apparently purchased these very shoes for members of his cabinet and inner circle. And
like he bought them matching sneakers, but in Florsheim style shoes?
But he guesses their size and orders them and have them sent to him. And apparently Marco Rubio's shoes are way too big for him, and he keeps wearing, and all these cabinet members are too scared not to wear the shoes. Yes.
No.
Yes. I will text you a picture.
Oh my gosh. It's just, again, while describing our military actions, putting our soldiers and innocent people in Iran and the United States in the crosshairs of death, he pauses and says, "What do you think of the new curtains?" The man, it is...
And apparently they're going to change the columns on the White House.
It's so dangerous at the same time. It's so hard to wrap your head around what is going on a daily basis.
Yeah, and apparently, Donald Trump really, and while I rant about this, you can check your texts and see Marco Rubio wearing the shoes that don't fit that Donald Trump bought him. And, while we are prosecuting a war, we have record-setting a record-setting affordability crisis. We have major, major issues in the United States that need to be solved.
Yes.
And Donald Trump is buying shoes. He's taking phone calls. And he's worrying about the style of the columns at the White House.
The styles of the columns. Yeah.
And apparently, we're probably going to spend millions of dollars replacing the columns at the White House because he wants a Corinthian style column.
Incredible. What's a different style? Oh, here I'm gonna try to pop this. This is the photo. This is the photo I saw of the shoes.
Well, this is it. The one I just sent you. You can see here. I mean, Marco just really not fitting into those shoes at all. Yeah, and this. I mean, these are the headlines.
And you're pretty sure that these shoes. You're pretty sure the upper part of this body is Marco Rubio.
Yes, this is from a CNN story entitled "Male Shoe Anxiety Hits the Oval Office." Another one is Trump's endless obsession with sizes put his inner circle in an awkward position. On Marco Rubio's too big shoes and the anxious vanity of the Trump administration. You know, how does Trump keep henchmen like Rubio in check? He literally makes them wear his shoes. You know, this is not the behavior.
No, or of Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State. Like, don't quit a job if your boss is telling you what shoes to wear and your boss is not your endorsement deal.
Yeah, totally.
Grow up and wear whatever shoes you want. And if you think the person you're working for is so fragile that you would lose your role as the Secretary of State, the American people ought to hear about that.
Yeah. The clown shoes that you're in. You're wearing clown shoes because you're a part of a clown show administration.
Clown shoes with a clown show.
With that good line, I'm going to take another bite of my sandwich.
I don't even care for the look of those Florsheim shoes. I mean, they feel old timey, and I don't know. They're not
like IBM guy. Yeah, not good.
Yeah, I mean, Florsheim's a fine American brand, I'm guessing. Just gonna cut to we're gonna cut to Chew Cam. While Rob has a sandwich. Rob, this weekend was a big music weekend for me. I went and saw a YouTube performer named Jesse Wells, internet guy, internet famous.
Going on March 28th or 29th. He's going to be here in Fayetteville. Hey, Arkansas's own.
Arkansas's own Jesse Wells, that I've met, seen on Instagram and stuff, does those short songs standing out by railroad tracks and so on.
Yeah.
He was at the famous First Avenue in Minneapolis, a long-standing, top-notch concert venue, formerly owned by Prince, and lots of other famous people have played there, and had full house. I mean, as full as people that were in the room had been there a lot said to me, I haven't seen it this full in a long time. Big full house kind of place, and he's out there sleeveless with like some kind of a Western thing. The guy's been working out since I first saw him on Instagram. Ripped. I can tell you that. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned about the creatine use.
Yeah, ripped.
He's maybe I could pop a picture up there. And,
so great. Yeah, he's from Ozark, Arkansas. He attended John Brown University, which is a Christian college here in Arkansas's 3rd Congressional District.
Really?
Yeah. We've got some mutual friends, and he's going to be here in Fayetteville. Super excited. Vanessa got me tickets for Christmas, and so we're headed the end of the month.
How do you like them apples?
See Jesse Wells.
Good for her. That's really great. So I don't know. There's a photo of him. I don't know. It's probably not the. I should probably publish that so you guys can see it. Oh, now you're gonna hear him. So he's playing one of the songs. But it's pretty great. He's got a full band. Oh, I'm not sure people saw that. I think it was in preview mode there.
Yeah, they did.
They did?
They did.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're back. I'm trying to get out of preview mode if people want to know what's going on in the background back here. but pretty great. He's out there, a little bit of a 70s vibe, a little bit of Bruce Springsteen with a big flag behind him, but kind of grabbing the American story, sort of a bit of Bob Dylan, a bit of Pete Seeger, that tradition, and was pretty great. And then Saturday I had a concert. I was in a one-time performance band. We had a 30-minute set. It was crushingly great. And then an open mic.
I saw the video of that. You were killing it.
Yeah, it was a big music weekend. Really, really super fun. I got to play my guitars that I own and all that stuff. Made my weekend busy.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has more free time than I do. This guy just goes golfing. He just chit chats with people. He just strolls around. Honest to goodness. How is he wreaking such havoc on the American people at the same time? It's quite remarkable.
Yeah.
Because during that call with John Carl that I referenced earlier, John Carl said, we're about to make an announcement about something we're doing in Iran. And then he goes, check now. Check my Truth Social right now. So he pulls the phone away and goes to Truth Social, and Trump had just posted something 1 second ago. So not only is Trump sitting in there with Marco Rubio on speakerphone talking to a reporter that he says is fake news, but he's writing social media posts with his skinny little fat thumbs. It's just, it is so bizarre to think this is the behavior of the president of the United States.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just had to get that.
And Doug,
I've been mad since Thursday or Friday when I saw that.
Absolutely. It's just the latest thing to be mad about. And, I think the big question right now is the intrigue having to do with some of the other world leaders that are a part of this conflict in Iran. Is Benjamin Netanyahu alive, or is he being? Oh, Doug, where?
I don't follow the Drudge, and I don't get on Twitter, so all that kind of rumor mill stuff, I miss all of it.
Yeah. There's questions on whether or not Netanyahu is alive. There's been video posted, proof of life videos, which seem to contain a lot of characteristics of AI, including 6 fingers in one of the videos. So much so that a second video was posted where Netanyahu was showing his hands, that he only had 5 fingers on each hand. And then, the new Ayatollah apparently is on life support and intubated. And, it's just, what are we doing here, folks?
What are we doing here?
And Donald Trump is like, yeah, we might bomb it for the fun of it. Have you seen this quote? It's just we might do some more bombing for the fun of it. Iran apparently wants to enter, ceasefire discussions. Donald Trump's like, no, I'm kind of having some fun bombing you.
For $1 billion a day in munitions that are going to have to be replenished?
Yeah. And, all of you, Republicans who like to talk about fiscal responsibility and how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it?
Yeah.
Short of you admitting that MMT, modern monetary theory, is actually the way the federal government works. How are we going to pay for it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't seem to.
And I don't ever want to hear we can't afford healthcare. Right. We can't afford housing. We can't afford SNAP benefits. We can't afford Social Security. We can't afford Medicare, Medicaid. We can't afford education. We can't afford it. Please. But we can afford to bomb Iran for the fun of it.
For the second time.
Because Donald Trump has taken a pause from being on Zappos.com ordering shoes for everybody to bomb another country. Utterly ridiculous.
It is utterly ridiculous. And there's no plan, again, on Iran. Look, you could disagree or agree with the United States intervening in Iran. I think it's nonsense. I think it's totally ridiculous. Imagine people can make arguments. But this one doesn't have a plan. There isn't one.
I am willing to be wrong about this, and I am willing to be corrected. But this talk about how for the last several decades, 40 years, 47 years, 50 years, whatever it might be, that Iran is the biggest state sponsor of terrorism. Okay. Certainly the taking of hostages in 1979. Okay. Thinking about other terrorist events that have taken place in the United States, I'm really having a hard time thinking of the ones that have been directly connected to Iran. Now, I know there was a bunch of guys from Saudi Arabia that, flew planes into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon.
I know that Trump has business deals with those same people.
Yeah. I'm like,
funding Hezbollah, funding Hamas, funding the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, funding the Houthis in Yemen, and the Shiite militias in Iraq are the kinds of things that this crowd says that's what Iran is responsible for. Like that somehow they're the bankrollers.
Listen, and I'm not saying that I'm not saying
from Russia.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the Iranian regime is good and does not need, does not need to be replaced, because it's not. But can we be just intellectually honest for a minute about what is actually going on here? It's not that this is like the most pressing, imminent, existential threat to the future of the country.
No.
And we've got to do something about it.
We are doing the bidding of the
slapshot way that this military excursion is being executed is evidence that this administration does not know what it's doing.
And when in military terms, the phrase "this war is an excursion" is normally used as a derogatory phrase about the activity of the war.
Yeah.
Donald Trump uses it himself. We just made a little excursion.
Yeah.
Really. The most expensive war we've been in a long time. 6 or 7 people are already dead. More people from the United States, thousands of people in Iran are already dead. And you're referring to it as an excursion with no plan. Yeah. Maybe we'll be done. Maybe we'll stick with it.
We're going to go a little bit out of our way so we can stop at Buc-ee's. We're going to go a little bit out of our way so we can bomb Iran.
It's ridiculous. And then I don't know if you saw it, but the Defense Department put these videos that were like Grand Theft Auto interplayed with bombing of Iran. Just the unseriousness of everyone in this nonsense is just startling. We have been told that when you reach a certain Rubicon in this country and the military kicks in, people get damn serious in a hurry. Not this crowd, not for a minute. And then you know what Donald Trump has the gall to do? At the same time, he is talking about this government in Iran being such a threat to the rights of the civilians in Iran and sponsoring military action, terrorist action around the globe. We attack another country with no pretense for the attack, an illegal war by all determinations. And then Trump threatens United States journalists with treason if they report things that he doesn't like about his war excursion. This is the kind of thing, again, that every Trump supporter I know was so terrified Biden and Kamala Harris and Barack Obama and Gavin Newsom and J.D. Pritzker. This is what those people are going to do. They're going to start rounding up and charging journalists for not sticking to the official line. This is after Pete Hegseth, as the director of war, started out by saying, if you're going to report out of the Pentagon, you have to report the things we tell you to report. A loyalty pledge. Then Trump threatens journalists with treason. I really hope we're on that list. My life could use a little pep. A treason charge?
Yeah,
there we
Doug,
go.
Doug,
Let's snuggle on up to Pam Bondi bringing a treason charge.
If we had Donald Trump's phone
how
number,
good she is.
Call him live on the air?
What's that?
If we had Donald Trump's phone number, would we call him live on the air right now?
Well, first of all, you know what a reporter should do? Put his number out. So he has to cancel it and get another number. And then when that one goes out, publish that one. Just anonymously spread these so he can't sit around chit-chatting with the fake news and wasting his days asking, do you think I'll be the greatest president of all time?
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, we should play the game. Everybody who's listening, put in the comments who's the most famous person whose number you have in your phone.
Oh, yeah. I don't feel like I have very many famous people.
You have any famous people?
No. No.
Dean Phillips? Is he famous?
I don't know. Is he?
I don't know. Who Amy Klobuchar? Do you have Amy Klobuchar's number?
Whose number?
Amy Klobuchar? Your senator?
No, I don't have Amy Klobuchar's number.
Do you have Tim Walz's number?
No.
Your governor?
No. I mean, talk about another guy that's probably just out on a dog walk. Get busy, Tim. Jeez Louise. I mean, honestly, if people think we're just being partisan here, no, there's some other people who I have voted for who I'm not pleased with their level of output. Their work outlay is insufficient for the role you have.
We should do a Tim Walz episode sometime because
we could waltz our way right into that one.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has said that he wants to target blue states that have governors that are Democrats for fraud investigations. This is the most fraudulent criminal administration in the history of time.
Yes. Literally convicted of fraud.
And then he wants little JD to go around.
Time out. Peggy's got Matthew McConaughey's number in her phone?
Come on,
Peggy. That's great.
Don't you be fooling us now, Peggy.
That's a great one. Love it.
And with a name like that, there's not two Matthew McConaughey's. Peggy, we'd love to see. Hey, look, if Matthew's up for a chit chat, tell him we're big fans. Tell him we think he could be the greatest of all. Or if he just wants to call and chat, it doesn't even have to be on the podcast. Right. He could just come right. We could just shoot the breeze on a Thursday in the afternoon. Hey,
targeting blue states with fraud.
And Trump is really pressing John Thune, senator, head of the Senate, that he really wants this SAVE Act to pass. And John Thune is like, we don't have the votes and I'm not doing it. Do you think Thune will stand up to it soon enough? Or do you think you think he'll eventually cave and somehow a bunch of rules will kick in, federal rules will kick in before the election in November?
I don't know. I think, I don't know. What Donald Trump is threatening to do is to not sign any bill until the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act gets passed. Yes, please bring the gridlock.
Be awesome.
And the SAVE Act, super controversial. Lot of information and misinformation about it. Um, I fundamentally, number one, can we all agree that we want elections we can trust?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I think that just philosophically, we ought to make it easier to vote, not harder. What the SAVE Act does is it makes it harder to vote.
Yeah.
Requires additional paperwork for registration, requires proof of citizenship, which a driver's license in I think all but 4 states does not include on the driver's license. So you have to have something like a passport, which costs money. The Supreme Court has ruled that you cannot charge people a fee to be able to register to vote, a poll tax, that is inherently racist. And more than half the country does not have a passport. Passports cost money. That, like, even if this thing passes, it's going to be struck down by a court. It's not going to be implemented. But what it does is it makes it harder for people to vote, disenfranchising people who don't have passports, disenfranchising women. There's all of this question about maiden names and things not matching on documents and disenfranchising married women, and like all of the unintended consequences, but maybe they are intended. And meanwhile, Donald Trump is saying, if we pass this thing, we're never going to lose another election.
This is all built, this theory is built around the idea that I heard from a person I was chatting with the other day that said to me, I keep hearing that this is a 50-50 country.
Yeah.
Not if you take out all the people that are here illegally. It's a 90-10 Republican country. He believes that Democrats win because the great majority of people who vote for Democratic candidates are not in the country legally. This must be what Donald Trump thinks. This seems to be what Mike Johnson thinks. Here's what's going to be clear. Republican women aren't going to have a passport that matches their birth certificate. All kinds of people in the Trump coalition are not the kinds of people that are keeping their paperwork and their birth certificate inside of a safe for 40 or 50 or 60 years so they can take it to a table and show it to somebody when they're registering to vote. I honestly, Rob, I don't understand how Republicans think that this is going to impact Democrats worse, other than the fact that they think that the majority of people who vote for Democrats are people that don't have citizenship in the United States, which is definably untrue.
Right. Which is exactly why John Thune is slow rolling this thing. Meanwhile on the other side, John Fetterman, senator from Pennsylvania, is all for it. That guy.
Is he running for re-election? Is this his year?
It's not his year yet. Okay. I don't think.
Okay. Yeah, he won 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think so.
I forgot. It's all confusing to me. Well, I bet he's not gonna. But he's not gonna re-up that drink. He's not gonna ask for a refill on that. I don't think that's gonna go so well. But this whole thing is just utterly wacky. And the fact that Donald Trump thinks this is the way we're going to win elections is like, what now? You know how you won the last election, Don? You pulled over Hispanic voters from voting for Democrats or not voting to voting for you. You pulled over young black men from not voting or for voting for Democrats to voting for you. You pulled over lower income people from not voting or voting for Democrats to voting for you. Those 3 groups made your win. This bill is going to disproportionately affect that group of people. Honestly, I'm outraged about it because it's, in my view, it is voter suppression. Mm-hmm. but it's not going to cut against Democrats anymore. And I'm not sure why Democrats think it's going to cut worse against Democrats than against Republicans. I'm guessing some university did some study somewhere, and that's sort of landed this. I don't understand.
Most of the Democratic opposition to this bill that I have heard is not on the practical impact, but rather on principle.
Like Congress shouldn't be taking over the rights that.
Well, and there you go. There is the sense that
states rights. Democrats making a states' rights argument.
Yeah. The Constitution does say that states are the ones who administer elections, not the federal government. So tell me, you strict constructionists out there, why you're in favor of this thing.
I don't know, but it is a hot topic, man. It is all over, and I don't hear anyone explaining in a way that makes sense to me. There's a lot of hair on fire. There's a lot of high level of worry. There is Trump saying this is number one, point number one, which makes somebody like me thinking, well, then I'm on the other side of it, just clear as a bell. Right. If Mr. Florsheim is all for it, I'm thinking, well, there's some problem here because this guy doesn't know. You know why I know he doesn't know? Because he writes the things going on in his brain on the internet for people to read. And he's a moron.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to quote the former Secretary of State under Donald Trump in his first term, so I won't be as explicit. I'll just say the man is a moron who doesn't know things that would matter in your job. Rob, let's think about all the things you've learned in 8 years about your role and your work and your job. Been a lot.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah.
What do you think Don knows that he didn't know before?
Well, I think he has learned. I think he has learned that he wants sycophants in the room.
Oh yeah. But he started with that. He started
wants,
with Mitt Romney and with James Comey and said to both of them, basically, I need a loyalty test from you.
Yeah,
first term, before he was in office. He hadn't learned a damn thing.
Yeah, but I think what he's learned is that he's actually of how to find those people. Like, find the people who will wear the ill-fitting shoes that you purchase for them.
Yes. Just to
and give them power.
Yeah. Just obliterate their soul by giving them a new set of souls. I'm gonna work on a shoe bit.
Yeah, it's a shoe. Whole thing there.
There's a shoe. It's a shoe in sort of stick. All right, hey Rob, what's happening on your campaign?
Man,
what's the latest that the good people need to know about Robb Ryerse for Congress 2026?
Yeah, had a great time with the good people of Crawford County and folks down in Van Buren, Arkansas.
Wow.
On Thursday evening, had a great time visiting with them, and got a couple of fundraisers this week that I'm looking forward to, and meeting with folks and talking about what we're up to. It's really good.
What do you know about us, Unity for Success Foundation, Mississippi County in Arkansas, with Chairman Reverend Mike Middlebrook, Chairman?
Mike Middlebrook, Chairman Reverend Mike Middlebrook, candidate for Common Good, running for the state legislature here in Arkansas.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Hey, we should do could we do a whole Arkansas panel? Could we?
Yeah.
Is it possible for a Common Good? We could just do a state.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we've got. I think we probably have, because I reach out to folks.
You've been working beating the bushes, as they say.
Yeah, saying, hey, come be a candidate for Common Good here in Arkansas. And well, I'll tell you the big news in Arkansas. Our governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, met last week and did a press conference with Erica Kirk and announced that every Arkansas public high school is going to have a TPUSA, I don't know, conservative club, whatever they call it. And so, we've got the the influx of Christian nationalism even stronger into Arkansas public schools. And it was here in Arkansas where Erica Kirk made the now infamous statement that, if you are a young white male man, you should stand up for yourself and don't let anybody push you around.
Don't let them discriminate against you. A couple of things I'm confident on. Marco Rubio's feet are never going to grow into those shoes.
Yeah.
Turning Point USA does not have the infrastructure, the skills, or the ability to put a campus club on every campus of anywhere. You know what it takes to run a student-led campus club? It is so complicated, so hard. It's nothing but a fundraising grab. They will never do it. They will say governors will come out. They will try to raise a bunch of money. They'll put a bunch of staff together. And then you know what somebody's got to do? They got to go recruit a high school kid in every school and a faculty sponsor. And then they've got to get a bunch of kids to come. And then they've got to deal with a lawsuit that's going to be filed because of the way that Turning Point USA has decided to run these campus clubs is actually in violation of students' rights to run a club. It's never going to happen. And here's the big thing. They don't need it to ever happen. They can have meetings with governors and raise a bunch of money.
Yep.
I saw a news story. It looked like a news story. I don't know if it's true, but there were two people who were founders of Turning Point USA. Michael McCoffney, an older guy, and Charlie Kirk. They had two, among their priorities, that when the time that they created this were really important to them. Expanding a culture of guns in America and restricting COVID restrictions. Mike McConaughey died of COVID.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk died of gun violence.
Wow.
This is an organization that should be dealing with its trauma, with its sadness, and with its pending legal battles that are going to face it when there is a lawsuit brought in every state where they try this nonsense.
Yeah.
Doug, two things I'm confident in.
Did you
if I'm wrong and Marco Rubio's feet grow, God bless him.
Yeah. Did you watch any college basketball this weekend? You have any? You got any early picks for the tournament?
No. University of North Carolina or Connecticut's going to win.
Oh, as a Duke,
that be close?
As a Duke fan, I'm really sad to hear that. Though the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Okay, Duke SEC. Or the University or Kansas. The University of Kansas is going to win.
Yeah. University of Arkansas SEC champions. Did you catch any of the Oscars, Doug?
No, but I did say to Shelley last night, wow, I wish I cared about the Oscars because I was going to bed that Sean Penn won something and the best actor went to Michael
B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan from Sinners, which I didn't see that movie. I did see the other one.
Yeah,
and I wish I cared. I wish I cared about awards.
I absolutely love Conan O'Brien, and he was the host, and I didn't watch a second of it.
Oh, how did he do?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. Didn't watch a second of it.
Oh, but you didn't see anything online. You didn't see anything incendiary. Nothing that sort of popped out. And what's Conan been up to? I know he runs a podcast, but what's he been doing that gets him hosting the Oscars? I think that's
about it. Yeah. That, and he's a funny guy.
Yeah. Hey, what's CBS going to do when they get rid of their late night thing? What's going to be on for me in the Midwest here, 10:30 Central Time?
Know.
What's going to be? What are they going to do?
I don't know. I mean, and the parent company of CBS Paramount is in the process of purchasing Warner Brothers Discovery, which includes CNN and HBO, and it's just It's very disturbing.
Chance for a little upstart podcast like ours to really find its space in the marketplace.
There we go.
The kids are going to want us. All right. Anything else on the campaign we should talk about? Because I know you got to run because I know you had a hard
I got a couple more meetings today. It's a busy day.
Okay.
Busy day.
Okay. Well, thanks to all the people. Peggy, thanks for your great contributions. You are alive and well here. Henry Leonard, yes. Hal, great to see you. Reginald.
Willie. Larry.
B. And someone was going hard after the Restream bots.
Did we even have a Restream bot today?
I don't know. Maybe they mean us. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. But Joel, thanks for fighting the good fight.
Yeah, we often get the Restream bot that hits us with but
yeah, and the Twitch bot, because sometimes we're on Twitch, and so Twitch is where we really get it laid down.
Yeah, and also we had and C King for AR, that's Courtney King, another candidate for Common Good running for your state legislature here in Arkansas.
I'm telling you, we're going to move them right from commenters right onto screen.
Just coming out of the woodwork.
We need to run it. Well, should we do it virtually or should we do it as a town hall somewhere in Arkansas?
We got Arkansas candidates for Common Good just all over the place.
Or should we do our Vote Common Good Arkansas focus like virtually, or should we be in town and in person?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think?
Figure it out.
Okay. like Trump's war plans. I don't know. Why would you ask me that? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, we don't have to pick that yet.
Doug, you need some new shoes?
No, good. Do you think he would guess my size 17 foot?
I think he would guess small for you.
Yeah.
I think he would go 13s.
I wonder what size Barron wears, because he's like 6'9", so
Donald Trump has no idea what size shoe.
No idea. No. He's never bought him a gift. No. I bet all those kids are like, old man's buying other people's shoes. I mean, I used to get shoes from the nonprofit that he said he ran, but I never got one from him. You think he's ever tucked the grandkids in for bed? Do you think he's ever?
I'm like, does he have like a rewards, program? Is he getting points for all the shoes he buys?
Oh, maybe.
And like, if I buy Pete Hegseth some shoes, then then I finally get my own free pair.
Yeah. Is TDS the TDS channel? Does that mean the Trump derangement syndrome? You think that's what that means?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I really wish it was.
Oh, that'd be fun. We ought to rebrand.
But Trump is deranged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.